Tropical cyclone wind signal number 4 remains hoisted over parts of extreme northern Luzon as Typhoon Julian maintains its strength. In its 11 a.m. bulletin on Monday, September 30, Pag-asa says Julian passed near Sabtang Island in Batanes as of 10 a.m., packing maximum sustained winds of 175 km per hour and gustiness of up to 240 km per hour. Typhoon Julian may bring intense torrential rains over Batanes, Babuyan Islands, and Ilocos Norte until Tuesday, October 1, while heavy to intense rains are forecast over mainland Cagayan, Ilocos Sur, La Union, Apayao, Abra, and Benguet. Pangasinan, Zambales, Bataan, and the rest of Cordillera Administrative Region may experience moderate to heavy rains. Signal number 4 is still hoisted over Batanes and the northern portion of Babuyan Islands, where significant to severe threat to life and property is expected due to typhoon force winds. Signal number 3 is raised over the rest of Babuyan Islands and the northeastern portion of mainland Cagayan, while signal number 2 is in effect over the rest of mainland Cagayan, Apayao, Abra, Kalinga, Ilocos Norte, and the northern and central portions of Ilocos Sur. Moderate to significant threat to life and property are possible for areas under signal number 3, while minor to moderate threat impacts may occur in areas under signal number 2. Meanwhile, 12 other areas in northern Luzon are under signal number 1, where winds are expected to cause minimal to minor impacts. The State Weather Bureau is not ruling out the possibility of raising signal number 5 as Typhoon Julian is seen to further intensify. According to Pag-asa, Julian may reach super typhoon category on Monday afternoon or evening. Increases in the prices of petroleum products will welcome motorists in the first week of October, with oil companies hiking the per liter prices by as much as 90 centavos. In separate advisories on Monday, September 30, Clean Fuel and Shell Pilipinas announced diesel prices would climb by 90 centavos per liter, while gasoline would increase by 45 centavos per liter, effective Tuesday, October 1. Kerosene prices will also inch up by 30 centavos per liter. This marks the second consecutive week of increases for diesel and gasoline. According to Department of Energy Oil Industry Management Bureau Director Rodela Romero, the upward adjustments could be attributed to the supply uncertainty due to worsening conflict in the Middle East. The Chinese government's move to boost its economy is also seen to offset weak demand in Europe. The Philippine National Police will reopen its investigation into the murder of retired General and Philippine Charity Sweepstakes Office Board Secretary Wesley Barayuga in 2020, as new details came to light implicating high-ranking officials in the killing. In a statement, PNP Chief General Romel Marbel vows to seek justice for Barayuga and his family, saying no one is above the law. According to Marbel, the PNP Criminal Investigation and Detection Group, under the new leadership of Brigadier General Nicolas Torre III, will lead the full investigation and re-evaluate all evidence. During a House Committee probe into extrajudicial killings under the Duterte administration, Lieutenant Colonel Santi Mendoza of the PNP Drug Enforcement Group alleged on Friday, September 27, that National Police Commissioner Edilberto Leonardo and former PCSO General Manager Royina Garma were the brains behind Barayuga's murder. On July 30, 2020, a gunman on a motorcycle shot and killed Barayuga and wounded his driver June Gunao in broad daylight in Mandaluyong City. The case remains unsolved. Mendoza told lawmakers on Friday that he was ordered to arrange the assassination of Barayuga, allegedly by Garma and Leonardo, for 300,000 pesos. Mendoza claimed the alleged hit job ordered by Garma was relayed to him by Leonardo, who called him up for what he called a special operation against Barayuga. According to Mendoza, Barayuga was supposedly tagged as a high-value target in the drug war. In response to a question by Surigao del Sur Representative Johnny Pimentel, Mendoza said that he understood special operation to mean to kill and felt coerced to go along with the plot because he knew that Garma and Leonardo had a strong backing of then-President Rodrigo Duterte. Both Garma, a former Cebu City police chief, and Leonardo were believed to be close to Duterte, having served in Davao City while he was mayor. Garma and Leonardo had denied that they were involved in the killing of Barayuga. The Armed Forces of the Philippines says it had not monitored any Chinese military exercises near Scarborough Shoal when the Philippines carried out joint drills with its allies in the West Philippine Sea, contrary to Beijing's claim. According to Navy spokesperson for the West Philippine Sea, Rear Admiral Roy Vincent Trinidad, troops did not observe any Chinese exercises nearby during the joint drills. Beijing earlier said it had organized its air and sea forces to conduct maneuvers around the shoal after the Philippines, together with the United States, Japan, Australia, and New Zealand, conducted the fourth multilateral maritime cooperative activity. Trinidad says China makes such announcements for its internal audience in order not to appear weak and supposedly avoid backlash in the country. According to Trinidad, the AFP monitored 2 Chinese Navy vessels tailing the ships participating in the multilateral maritime cooperative activity, but the Chinese ships did not interfere. The Chinese vessels' distances varied from a little less than a kilometer to 7.4 kilometers. He adds the Chinese presence was not threatening, pointing out that the Chinese vessels behaved whenever the multilateral maritime cooperative activity was conducted. The AFP earlier said the multilateral maritime cooperative activity drills took place in the West Philippine Sea under the jurisdiction of the Northern Luzon Command. Scarborough Shoal, a small ring of reefs located within the country's exclusive economic zone, is under the Northern Luzon Command, although China has controlled that area since 2012 after a tense standoff that year with the Philippine Navy.